In this lesson, we're going to start learning about percentages. And this is just generic learning goal with percentages. We're going to compare, assess the size of fractions, decimals, and percentages. And we'll be exploring more of this as we go through the course. So let's get straight to examples. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to convert percentages to fractions. Now, this is really straightforward. This is all we do. We put whatever numbers in front of the percentage symbol, and we put it over 100, okay? And the reason for that is that percentage, see how it's got a 1 and 2 zeros? It's got always something to do with 100, okay? And in this case, if we want to get out of percentage form and into fraction form, we just divide it by 100. So we've got 38 over 100. We pop that in our calculator and we simplify it, and we've got 19 out of 50 is in simplest form, okay? So we put that in our calculator, press equals, and we have it in simplest form. Or if you wanted to, you can just halve both numbers because they're even, and that gets you to the simplest form. All right, example number 2. We do the same thing. We go 22 and a half over 100, okay? Now, that's a weird thing to do, but it's the right thing to do. Now, if you wanted to, you can also go 22.5 over 100, because remember, 0.5 and a half are the same thing. And if you put that in your calculator, it will simplify it for you, and you get 9 over 40. Okay? So all it is that we're putting it over 100. So let's do it one last time. 130 over 100, okay? Even if it's a big number, okay? If we're converting it to a fraction, we're just putting it over 100 if it was a percentage. So even if it was 1,600,000%, that would still be, like, to convert it to a fraction would still be that same number over 100. Okay, we're not doing that one though. Let's get back to the one that we're doing. And we put that in our calculator, we simplify it, and we get 13 over 10 as our simplest form. Or we can put it as mixed fraction. How many times does 10 go into 13? Once. With 3 left over, the denominator dominates. Okay, so that's the lesson. All right. Now, we're going to do this second thing. We're going to convert percentages to decimals. All right. And this is actually pretty easy. All we're going to do is imagine there's a decimal point there, and move it twice over. Okay. So our answer will be 0.38, and that is it. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do with 2 is I'm also going to change it to a decimal. And then what I'm going to do is move it twice over. Okay? So our answer will be 0.225. Okay? And this one, we're going to start here. 1, 2. So converting it to a decimal will be just 1.3. Okay. Now you can also, so that's how we do it. You can also, because we're doing the same thing, we're converting to decimal, you can divide by 100. So any one of these, so if you go 38 divided by 100, it will give it to you in decimal form if it was too complicated the way they made it there. So divide by 100 on your calculator, and you'll get the same situation. All right, that's the lesson. Hope it helps. Peace out.